It's Tech Talk here, live from the Broward County Convention Center, as I, Mo Nagel, TMC web editor, stand outside the exhibit hall for ITEXPO 2017, and I'm joined by T38Fax's Darren Nickerson. Darren, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for having us at the show today.
So what exactly is T38Fax up to these days?
We've been doing what we've been doing for 3 or 4 years, which is expanding our network of fax-enabled SIP trunks and scaling up our business, really. We've spent the last 2 years working on engineering a product that's pretty exceptional, pretty much a game changer, and we're rolling it out here and through the course of 2017, where we've gotten all the fundamentals in place, we have all the scaling factories ready to go, and now we're ready to really talk about it.
Awesome. So what you're telling me is that fax actually isn't dead.
Contrary to what you may believe or what others may, I'm sure you know better, but it's not a great hit at parties to say that that's what you do for a living. You know, I'm a fax entrepreneur. That doesn't go over particularly well. It would surprise people to know that we send more and more faxes every year. We've been doing this since 2000, and every single year we've grown, our customers have grown, the number of transmissions has gone up. Fax is consolidated into certain industries. It's kind of like a cockroach. You just can't get rid of it. I mean, it's going to be around way past the end of the world. It's a very effective way to get a document from point A to point B, and for there to be proof of that both sides can use. That fax confirmation page is just, it's golden. The industry, unfortunately, as the industry made a shift to SIP-based, voice over IP-based communications, a lot of the companies that made that shift, when they were implementing their networks, they really didn't think much about fax. It sort of was a little bit of the forgotten
like an afterthought.
Yep, and they maybe gave it a shot, but most of them just used whatever technology was in the products they were buying to build their network. And they didn't really configure them with any special settings. They didn't really have the fax expertise. And that's the biggest point. These phone companies, you can't fault them. They don't have the fax expertise to be able to engineer and re-engineer their network to make this work. We have T38Fax is in our name. T38 is the technology that we use. A much maligned technology that hasn't worked very well in a lot of people's experience, but really that's just an implementation problem. We are career fax industry professionals that have been at this for decades, and we took our knowledge and we applied it to T38, open source telephony, all of the opening up of the industry that's happened over the past few years has been a great opportunity for us. And you know, we basically sell fax-aware, fax-enabled SIP trunks. That's all we do, just SIP trunks. It's nothing revolutionary. The thing that we do differently is that the T38Fax that we offer on those SIP trunks is guaranteed. It actually works, and it's guaranteed to work. The reason we can do this is most of the phone companies have just implemented whatever platforms they have, and they sell their crippled T38Fax. They just propagate their T38Fax through the network. I won't name carriers, but most of the top-level carriers don't have a viable working T38 implementation, and they just sell it down the food chain, and everybody's a reseller of a reseller of a reseller, and everybody ends up selling the same T38, and it rolls up to 1 or 2 or 3 top-tier providers. And so there's a reason that it hasn't worked. To break that cycle, we've done our own. We have our own T38 implementation. When you're interoperating with us, you're interoperating with our media gateways that are talking our T38. We control that, we improve it, we maintain it, and we're fax scientists. So we're able to troubleshoot any problem that might arise. We're able to troubleshoot it very effectively as a fax problem, as opposed to someone, you know, if you call up your service provider and there won't be anybody there that can answer your fax questions.
So tell me, what are you looking forward to most this week at ITEXPO?
It's the connections with partners primarily. I think we're looking to we actually have active partnerships with folks like NetSapiens and others here today. We have active collaborations with them. These people are selling solutions to customers that will benefit from our technology. You don't need to tell people to keep a POTS line for fax anymore. You can do it with T38 reliably with us. So we're looking to introduce people to that to our service provider offload model. Really, we're looking to actually provide carriers and service providers, MSPs, ITSPs. We're looking to give them the ability to offload their fax communications through us. We call it service provider offload, and essentially they just use us as their carrier for fax. If they detect a fax call, they route it through us, and it works. And so all of these carriers, they don't need to be struggling with fax anymore. They don't need to be inventing third-party solutions that do it over HTTPS, or they don't need to be doing a web-based fax service. They can just allow their customers to fax naturally on their network without any additional hardware. The ATAs that they're already using will work with our products. So yeah, we're looking to make the connections that will take us to the next level, and that's why the show is so important for us.
So aside from the fact that fax is alive and well, long after this interview is over and I leave the warm confines of Broward County, Florida, and T38Fax comes to mind, what do you want that first thought to be that runs through my head?
Wow, they really solved a problem, and they're solving a problem, and I'm gonna, if I think of these guys, it's something that was annoying people for so long. It was just a long-standing complaint. It's remarkable that nobody had solved that problem. Gee, look at those guys. That's what I'd like you to think.
Very cool. Thanks for taking a few minutes. Enjoy the show.